Alright, so finally I'm making a Raiders video. Man, it's really hard to when your team isn't doing so well, but finally I'll talk a little bit about the Raiders here. So our schedule's out. We already knew we were playing 2 games on national television last month. We found out. We got the Thanksgiving game against the Cowboys. We'll be playing the first ever Thanksgiving game in that new stadium. And then we're also got an open Monday night against the Chargers. We knew that. Division rival. I think it's really interesting that the AFC, or since it's 50 years of the AFL, the 8 original AFL teams, includes the Raiders, the whole entire AFC West, Patriots, Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, and Tennessee Titans, who were once Oilers. All of them are going to wear their throwback jerseys for 2 games. The Raider one doesn't look too different, but Monday night we have an opener on Monday night in prime time in our own house. We got to host the Chargers, and definitely I'm a little bit worried. For so far this offseason, I think we made some okay moves. We might have overpaid Asamoah a little bit too much, and saying that goes same for Leckler, but at least we got him. So at least we did not. The good news is we haven't had any dysfunctionality of division rival Denver. With Denver getting rid of Jay Cutler and all. So having this silent offseason, we signed a linebacker and an offensive lineman. We got the draft coming up, and the one thing that we are always been talking about is that we're going to get Michael Crabtree from Texas Tech, who is also a Raider, a Red Raider, but a Raider nevertheless. Or we get Jeremy Maclin. But the guy I'm thinking of, I wouldn't take him in the first round, but if Ramses Barden is available in the third round, that would be my pick. Is that I think in the third round, this guy's got some stats. He might have the hidden talent that we don't know of. He's from Cal Poly, which is not too far, maybe 3 or 4 hours down the road from here, but Ramses Barden, that name hopefully will stand out later. I would pick him in the third round. What I would do with that 7th pick overall, I would pick an offensive lineman, possibly, because that's something we need. And I think we could find one there. Not necessarily Andre Smith or the guy from Alabama who was suspended, but just pick an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Those are the 2 things I would want to pick in the NFL draft with that early pick. Or you could always trade down and get more quantity. So with that in mind, I'm okay if we take Michael Crabtree. It's funny how his stock is rising even though he's injured. And Maclin will be okay too. If they're available, I'd take them. But if you don't, you take a lineman, Ramses Barden in the third round. On a side note, we got Jeff Garcia. I know this sounds like a ridiculous move to get him, but it's not like we're losing money because I think he's under a short wage for not. He's not under that. He's not going to cost our cap. So if Jamarcus, I hope he's not a dud, but I'm worried. And Jeff Garcia can come in as a short replacement. Now, on back to the schedule, though. After looking, we got to play our division rivals for the first 3 games of the season. We host the Chargers in our own house on Monday night. Then we got to travel to Kansas City, out at Arrowhead, about a week after. And then we got to go to host Denver, evil division rival that's always hated. That's going to be a tough little stretch down, seeing that we got teams that already know us playing. The conferences we'll be playing this year will be the AFC North, and then the NFC East. So as I said before, we got to play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. I've never seen my team play on Thanksgiving. This will be an interesting thing to know. But and then the other 2 teams that I did not mention are the Houston Texans, because they came in 3rd place like we did. And then we also got to play the New York Jets because they came in 3rd as well. So with that said, these first 3 games are going to set the tone. Just like, as I always say, first game sets the tone. Well, we got our division rivals to start the season. The Chargers I'm really scared of because everybody has returned. Sean Merriman, LT. Merriman was injured last year, and so were the Chargers. That's why they had an off year. We'll see. This is the year. It could be bust for North Turner or not. We'll find out if it is. Obviously, we hate him here because he was stupid, but that's another story. So we got to win those first 3 games, possibly draft Michael Crabtree or an offensive lineman, and we'll see. Thanks for joining me, and peace. Go Raider Nation.